Hello, can you see me? Can you hear me? I'm sorry if things seem a bit hectic, but YouTube wasn't letting me start the stream. Oh, suddenly we've got people. Hello, everybody who just joined. Sorry if I'm looking a bit unusual and like I'm running around. I'm trying to do something new today and YouTube's making my life less than easy. Feel free to jump in chat. I can see chat. And to make this work, I kind of need people. Excuse if I look a bit chaotic. I am still trying to sort my life out a little. My wife would probably say a lot. Oh, hey Fred, long time no see. Yeah, this one's going to be a bit different, as you can probably tell, because I'm not dressed up. The idea for this is we're going to use a piece of software called Patchwork by Midjourney to create the story that will be used for next Sunday's recording. So this is more an experiment in Midjourney and making this work. I just want to see if we get Tootie. Oh, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Hi Tootie. That's okay. I've been chasing around because YouTube hasn't been playing nice. No, the beast is Patchwork. Patchwork is a new system by Midjourney, who do all of my AI art, that's designed for storyboarding and creating, and it will create story snippets as you go. It will create pictures as you go. Hey Legion, just the person I was waiting for. So the idea is, and I'm just going to flick into Midjourney. There we go. So let's lose the various bits. It thought it would be fun just to create at random for us. The bits at the top, so the bits up here, are just style references to help it create pictures. And as a result, not that important. I'm just trying to improve my ability to see chat. I will have a long argument during the week with YouTube and get this working better. There we go. So, to give you a quick run through of what you can do with Patchwork, you've got things you can imagine, so you can create characters. I will put one there. Learn to type. Yep, we could get that. Tutti, I'm starting to wonder whether you're my previous boss or not, who always had the idea of trying to pass information on via interpretive dance. My wife is laughing beside me because for once she's in the same room. So there we've put in a character, we've put in some text. Now I can click tell me more, and tell me more will now go and create some extra text to add to it if we want. Tutti Frutti's portals never lead to the intended destination. Instead, they open pathways to bizarre dimensions where everything is made of jelly. I think the AI knows you, Tutti. And what I can do is I can link that, and that's now all linked, so it will use all of the information we've created there when I select paint and create a picture. It's now going to give me 4 options it's come up with the picture. I guess it's focusing on the portal ideas here. So we've got bizarre portals rather than pictures of our wizard, which isn't strictly what we're after, so I'm gonna disconnect the link there and tell it to run again. Yep, I'm sure we'll get to Nutkins in a minute. So I'm going to select paint again. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to remove all of these because otherwise, because they're linked to Tutti Frutti, those images would affect what it creates. And now come back down there, paint, and go. So what we've done here is just created a character. What you can then do is create events, places, props. Haven't worked out what faction does yet. So we could create images for a place, have an event that uses that place, and then bring characters and images into that. The one warning comes with it's not really good at putting more than one character on the page. So here we have potential ideas for Tutti. And what this can be done, so this is a unlimited canvas. So the idea is we create some characters. I will do Sir Nutkins in a minute. And then we can go on and use that to create a story. So what I want to try doing with you today is going with this and just working on using this between us to create a framework for a story. And if we're successful, I'll use that framework to tell the story on Sunday. So that's what the plan is. I've lost my stream data. There we go. Wrong thing. Just me while I argue with my computer. You go away. That's what I was trying to do. I don't usually stream from this computer, so it's not really set up for it. An eccentric old lady, very small with good intentions. Sweetheart, are you possibly trying to describe my mother? I don't know if you heard that, but she said she thought it's a great idea. Right, so important person up next. Let's create Sir Nutkins. So create character. Sir Nutkins. Tootie, can you expand on your description of Sir Nutkins, please? Do we have anything you want to add to that? Now, the headache with this is going to be the time lag between YouTube and Sir Peckham's. You should have said he comes from Peckham. Now, some of this is going to come from headaches with the ordering. I've put this information in. Well, he had Cthulhu as an image on his shield. So, what I probably need to do... Right, let's shuffle those back over there for a moment and come back over here and try repainting that. Now all of these can be deleted, linked to different things, moved anywhere, or I can come up here and say I want to tidy everything. So if I click on the box, it just tidies everything up. So where this stuff comes in is it's using the artwork from here to try and create the style of the images here. That one's not too bad. If we come over here again, that's in a bit of a weird place. But he's got his mighty bushy tail. He's got a two-headed chicken here. So, shield on his left arm. So let's shuffle those over there. Now with this, it's a good idea if you're using characters to spend a bit of time getting a number of good images of the character you want. And as you can see, it's got certain nutkins, but I can actually add anything onto here. Yeah, this is a new system. This is the first time today that I used this for actually creating the images for a story, and the first one it's going to be on will be The Burial, a Fragment, which is the fragment of a story that was written by Lord Byron that was then used as the inspiration for Frankenstein, and later on with a middleman doing another story for Dracula. So that's a bit better. Chicken's a little small, but... And if you've not seen this, I will go over to here. This is normal Midjourney. And you can see all of the images we've just created have come up in Midjourney. And with this, you just type in what you want to see, and if you phrase it the right way, it all works. So if I flip all the way down, and let's see where it's going to choose to stop. Oh, this is some of the imagery for The Mask of the Red Death, which is what comes out on Christmas Day. But you can see again, you get 4 images each time. So that's ordinary Midjourney, but with this you're just doing the block of 4 images, whereas this then gives you text and enable you to do This is where my dyslexia cuts in. I've got no idea what's going to come out of that one. There you go, Legion. How's that? Right, I'm going to move those over there and then just tidy those up. There we go. Let's tidy the napkins up a bit. So we need to decide which of these images we want. You're about 6 seconds behind me looking at the copy of the video I've got going. So top row, type in numbers 1, 2, 3, the ones you want to keep. Don't type if you don't want to keep it. And then we'll do the following rows afterwards. I'm half expecting Tootie just to send me infinity symbols. He wants them all and more. Okay, we're keeping one. Fred or Legion, you got anything? One and two. Now watch Legion say 3. Okay, we're keeping one at 2, so there we go. This is experimental, it's just come out, so occasionally it does weird things. Luckily it has undo, so when the weird thing it does is delete everything. So same again for this row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Type the numbers for the ones you want to keep. It can be more than one. What it will do is when we ask for pictures of nutkins, it will try and create something including ideas from all of these pictures. Tootie has 1 and 4. Anybody? Okay, 1 and 4. So while I'm doing this, if you want to have a look at the next row, one, the two-headed chicken. Also, how's the background music? I can't hear it, so I don't know if it's too loud or not. Thanks, Legion. I couldn't get this system to talk to my radio mic, hence the headset. That could be because, though this machine is far more powerful than the one I usually use, it's got a couple of problems since I half fried the motherboard on it. There was smoke coming out from the motherboard. But it still works, mostly. I just lost most of the USB functionality and some of the audio. 1 and 4 again. And the last one was probably one of the best. So let's tidy it up again. Right, so we have Sir Nutkins. Let's lose that one. So the other thing is, as we saw here, is let's come down to Sir Nutkins and get some more text from it. His shield depicts Cthulhu because he defeated the cosmic entity by whacking it repeatedly with a giant acorn. The victorious knight now rides a reconstructed mechanical chicken powered by Cthulhu's eldritch essence. And that was AI generated, just thrown at us. Right, so now we've got an idea. Let's look at the next is, let's go to a place. So, what would a good location be? I'm not certain I'd want to write that in. It might pick 4 of the letters out and tell me I'm never getting monetized ever. An old ruined machine shop. I'll go up the road, Legion. I'll stick it in Scarborough. Just trying to think if I'd ever been to Scunthorpe. No, I think I've managed to avoid Scunthorpe itself. I've been to Grimsby many times. It's not in Bath, but I put a Bath in there for you, Fred. So all of those work. Now this is where it hopefully gets clever. Let's put in an event. Right, I'm going to get extra text for that. So we've got the machine shop, we've got Nutkins, and we're saying Nutkins. And here we see how it's putting it all together. So Nutkins discovers a mechanical spider that was created by Tutti Frutti's misfire of magical portals. The spider is composed of jellied machinery making the battle a sticky affair. So they're assigned to that. Now what I'm going to do is tell it to create an image. Infer character. It's picked up Sir Nutkins. It already knows battle is for spider. And then I'm selecting add and machine shop. So now it's going to add all of the stuff for those and come up with something truly bizarre. So you can see how the images might give ideas, the text it comes up will give ideas. If I come up here, I can tell it I want it to look at that and create text around it. There we go. That's gotten confused and is turning Nutkins into the spider from the look of it. So that could be him fighting it. I've never seen it grab the links the way it is with the grabbing the tutti frutti stuff. In the abandoned church, how it turned that into a church, I'm not sure, but the golden bathtub unexpectedly serves as a portal for one of Tutti Frutti's jelly dimensions, where the sunlight hits at a certain angle, the entire club glows, humming with the energy of a concealed otherworldly portal. Yeah, and the idea for this is for storyboarding, basically, and to help you build together a story. And if you think we've already got from this the potential of Tutti Frutti creating portals, Sir Nutkins, the old machine shop's now in a church. Now some of that may come from it created the imagery for the machine shop and then went back, and when it looked at it and tried to see what the pictures came up from its records, it came up with the idea of a church. That looks almost more like a multi-legged gorilla than it does a spider. But you can also just go in and say, repaint it. The rainbow, which is used as a style reference, will then basically boot it up to join these to say, we want things to be that kind of style. And while it's doing that, let's create. So what have we got here? That's kind of my favourite one, though you've got a bit of Tootie still on there. A bit of Nutkins there. I don't know how this system has managed to sum up Tootie so well so quickly. So let's link that into there. And grab that. Oh no, that's what I wanted. So it's grabbed 2T. Add machine shop. What it still tries to do, and where it isn't quite there yet, though I expect now they've started creating this, it will get there far more quickly, is separating out characters, so the characters tend to get merged into everything else rather than just appearing as themselves. Also, if you put in multiple character names, quite often you find you don't get a character, you get a merged abomination of the various characters put in there. As you can see, we've got, though I put faces off against Nutkins, we've got lots of Tootie and not so much Nutkins. So I'm going to try taking the link of that one off and running it again. Info character. Oh, that's also what I forgot to do. I forgot to add Nutkins. No wonder Nutkins didn't really show up. So you can add notes where you're just typing things, create images that are just images and not linked to anything. Import, you can import a picture from outside to do any of this stuff with. Portal, this is considered a world, and a portal will take you to another world. So what I tend to do is I've got a world with all my worlds in it. Ooh. Ooh. Mega Uber Tooties. How's that for a Nutkins? So yeah, Legion, right now all we're doing is being silly, but this can be used. So if let me create portal quick and link it to my home. 2 chickens as roller skates. So this is the one I was working on earlier. So you've got the characters, the locations, and then the various images that are going to be used as I edit it together. So what all of these could be is different parts in a story as you create a storyline and you drop in places and more characters. But if we go back to our little world. That one. So, now you've seen roughly what it will do and how it works, and more is planned to, as I said, this is very new software. It came out last week, I think it was. I would have done this earlier, apart from the fact it was literally falling over every 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, you can also, if anyone else has a paid Midjourney subscription, you can share with them so they can come in. So anyone that had one right now actually can come find it and just view. But I can change that so that people can edit, people can't see it at all. Or if people are on Midjourney, I can put their profile settings in there and they can get through to it. So, shall we try and create a story? Note that Nutkins may need to take a back seat on this if we're trying to create a horror story. And what I would like to do if we make this work is use this to create 5 or 6 points, and then Thursdays will be using this and sitting down to create it, and then Sundays will be telling the story. That be the plan. But like most plans, it may not make contact with reality. If anyone else wants to join in chat, by the way, this isn't limited just to those of us that are talking. They're just the loud ones that come every week. Feel free to join in. I would love to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions. And if you're new here, please subscribe. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, click the bell, select all so you know when we're doing things. Equally, we have a Patreon, and it ties to a Discord that is called the Eldritch Order, which these guys are in, and will enable you to help more in the creation of this kind of thing. So, what have you got for me for ideas then, guys? Hopefully something's going to pop up. Equally, the other nice thing is if we can make this work, it will give me some artwork to create scenes in the background, so it won't be quite so plain. Because, so people are aware, the other thing I'm doing from Christmas is I'm changing the format of the images slightly, so that blue swirly is going away and there'll be a consistent image in the background. First one that comes in is the Mask of the Red Death on Christmas Day, and then the Burial, a fragment, is on. Okay, so we have character, actually I'm gonna let's see how it handles this. I'm just concerned what it's going to do with Tootie's portals or Mr. Nutkins with anything I ask it to create. Werewolf. Do we know anything more about the werewolf? So, a large, part mechanical, muscle-bound werewolf. Oh, I like what it came up with, so let's link it to that. I think what I actually might end up doing, if we keep doing this, more people get involved and enjoy it, is I may switch this to the Sunday one and then do the story on the Thursday, so that we have lots and lots of time available. Hello everybody that's new. We are looking through Patchwork, which is created an AI tool by Midjourney, designed for storyboarding and creating stories. And the idea is we create a story that gets told. It liked the mechanical side. I think these two are a bit too wheeled, but these two actually have something potentially going for them. So let's lose that one and that one. That one. So those two can stay. Right, we have a couple. Give me a name for the first person in the couple. I think next week's Debbie. So we've got Debbie and Frank Michaels. And right, tell me a bit about both of them. Okay, Debbie and Frank are very athletic professional wrestlers. Is that both of them, or is that just one of them? Okay. So Debbie and Michael are going to tag team the werewolf. Needs to be careful where this goes. Luckily, there are all sorts of protections built into Midjourney, so it won't let me go that far down a wrong path. But I'm not going to suggest it tag teams them. So give me something individual about them both that I can put in. So they're both athletic. Let's make Frank heavy built. Lots of. And let's make Debbie And here we go. I'm quite scared to see what it comes up with here. Frank has a third eye hidden under his beard, granting him mystical powers. He must keep the secret from the world. I'm gonna let this create some images. I may never sleep again. Oh, go. Right, while it's working this, let's think about some locations and a rough story idea. I think he's got a bit confused on Debbie. It's picked up the professional wrestler. So we have something coming for Frank, and I'm gonna get it to redo some more for Debbie. This is fun but terrifying. All I've got going through the back of my head is okay. So I'm starting to wonder who's going to be the bad guy in this now, and whether actually the werewolf's the good guy. These two are terrifying. Right. Place. Right, so we can start off on the space station. And give me another place. Okay, tell me more about your cyber arena, Legion. I'm going to put it on the space station. Okay. I think it's got a slight confusion over what a space station is. There's your forest, Tootie. So I'm happy with the alien forest. Yeah, it hasn't quite got the cyber arena. I'm just going to disconnect these so that they don't confuse it as it runs. So there we go, we'll see what comes up with this. It's amazing how many people like watching these but don't get involved. We've had 31 viewers for this so far, across the period. I think we had the most of 10 at one point. Here we go. What do we think of these? Oh, this one looks right up Legion Street. There's a very definite space combat feel to those. This one, I think, and this one have more the feel we were talking about. This one being number 4, Tootie. Right, so we've got some locations. You like number 3 because it's like a whole load of space marines, don't you, Legion? The guy in red should almost be Henry Cavill. Okay, let's clear that one. Right, so we've got our locations, we've got our characters. Let's get some events that happen. see if we can get 3 or 4 events in, and then I'll piece it together, add some stuff between now and Sunday, and then have something ready for Sunday. Cool, that works. 3's audience, 4's in location if anyone's not watching chat. So I'm just gonna bang 4 of these out, and then we can come to them as we go. Right, 4 events that happen during whatever's going on. Okay. The robot opponents were controlled by Rogue Eye, seeking to harvest humans for parts. Debbie and Frank triumphed through clever improvisation, using the battle arena itself as a weapon against their foes. Let's link that into there. And then now, I'm not certain how successful this is going to be with putting both Debbie and Frank in, but we will see. Oh, I know why it's not happy. Let's pull that out. In fact, I'm going to go even further and disconnect that from the image. So what it's done is it's seen harvesting organs and gone, warning Will Robinson, that could create something we're not allowed to. And the nice thing about this is that it has similar safeguards built into it to the kind that YouTube adheres to, so I don't have to worry that much. Doesn't mean the AI can't do something crazy and create something it shouldn't do, but it means it's far less likely. Okay. Yep. Oh. So the only text it's using for that, because I disconnected the other one, Is Debbie and Frank win a match against robot opponents in the arena? How could that be potentially inappropriate? But I can work with that later on. So what else have we got here? Right, so they yeah, I need to be careful on that one, Fred, about using large companies that could decide they wanted to sue me. Yeah, you may have seen quite how heavily I've been using spelling correction on this. Get rid of these because they're annoying me. Right, now what I'm going to try and do here is link that to that. Try doing it the other way around. See what we get from that one. I'm going to skip doing an image for the last one because it's probably going to fall over when I say Michael sacrifices himself. Yeah, it's amazing how much of my time on these is spent trying to work out what I need to put so that it doesn't fall over and go, oh, you're not supposed to do that. Here we go. I'm wondering. I know where the problem is. It's created an image it doesn't like me using. The fact that it's created someone topless there is saying, oh, I can't use that image because I might create something topless. I'd forgotten that somehow they got a very heavy requirement for that on in there. What I might have to do is come up and so let's. I'm going to move these over here, but I'm going to disconnect them. What does make me laugh is what it's telling me I can't use are images that were created by it. No, not that one. That was the one I actually wanted to do. Okay, let's see what that comes. Oh, I wanted that. And back over to here. Well, it hasn't gone red yet. I like that one. So there we go. We have a template of sorts. I will bundle that up together and see what I can create for Sunday. I hope you enjoyed having a look at this and playing with it. This is certainly an hour and a half. Well, okay, 5-10 minutes in we lost, but an hour and a half, the longest that we've done yet. I hope anyone that has the patience to watch it all finds it interesting. And I will see you guys on Sunday. So next week is Christmas week. We have the last of the Colour Out of Space on Monday. Then we have the Mask of the Red Death. Then we have the Burial of Fragment. Then we have Polidori's The Vampire. Now, the vampire was... Polidori was a friend of Lord Byron who used the fragment story to create the vampire, and the vampire was the major inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula. So, lots of that. Then I'm thinking of potentially Mountains of Madness, which will be a 3 or 4 week long run. So, we will see. There is a small potential that I may have to do an urgent trip abroad during that time, so there's a chance that things could get messed up and there could be a pause, but we will handle that when it happens. Otherwise, thanks for coming, farewell for now, and see you all soon. Or as soon as I can work out how to stop this anyway.